Hey, Gutfoxx here. So, today I want to talk about a problem that I tweeted about the other day, and I kind of want to explain my thoughts on everything going on with ranked seasons, right? Ranked seasons. It should be like, the best mode to play it a lot. You see, I've only played 33 games the whole year. And I feel like, the main reason I don't play, because I don't feel like this game plays very well on Legend difficulty. So it feels like in order to get, like, gameplay of the players at the level that I want them, which is Hall of Fame, which is why I think the game plays the best at, I gotta, like, space out my ranked seasons games, right? Because, like, I don't want to play it in Legend because that's crazy, right? And we'll get into, like, why and all that. So I don't play as much as I want in ranked seasons with the entire team that I have, right? Like, I put it together. There's a lot of new cool cards come out. Obviously, you can get some gameplay with them on Legend if I want, if I get up to that difficulty level. But today I want to talk about Legend and, give me your opinion in the comments, what you guys think. Obviously, this is my opinion. Offer some solutions, some potentials. Obviously, there are bigger issues in the game that I'm talking about right here, like freeze off, bunting, R2 spam, but we've already talked about a lot of that, so I just want to kind of get to something that might be a little easier to fix and why I think that they should fix that and maybe look at this for changing, right? Outside of, say, like, nerfing pinpoint pitching, and that doesn't necessarily, like, I can see it getting a little bit of a nerf because confidence makes pinpoint pitching way too easy, but I think sinkers are the ones that actually need to be nerfed because it comes out like a curveball for some reason. Out of the hand, that's what it looks like. But besides that, all right, so Legend difficulty and World Series and making it to 900. And you might be saying, well, just go into casual online, right? And play your unranked game there. The only issue with casual, right? I love it. I love a casual game mode. The issue is there's no rewards for it, either through like event rewards, packs, stubs, that kind of stuff. And people will quit out for that reason, so they don't care. And then 3, it doesn't matter for PXP, right? It doesn't increase any of your players, which is a large reason why a lot of people play, including myself. Like, hey, I want to pump this guy's stats up. I want to make him better. I want to see that, like, progress on my players. And so if you play casual, those 9-inning games on Hall of Fame, choosing the rank that you want, you don't do that, right? So it feels like, in the end, a waste of time. Sure, I can get some material out for the YouTube channel, but I like that it also provides me in-game progress when you play ranked season, battle royale, events. So it's tough that casual's there, sitting there as like the answer to the solution, or the solution to the question, answer to the question. It all would have worked. And it like doesn't really work though, right? Like, if they could replace casual, like I talked about in my video, I don't know, a few weeks ago, replace casual with something that, like, okay, maybe it's like a dad game mode where you can use your ranked seasons team against other players in like a quicker game mode, and I'd love that, right? So I can use them in like Hall of Fame difficulty, because everything else online, right? Like, if you use these guys and all-star difficulty, hitting's too easy, right? That's why, like, BR is on all-star, although I'd maybe prefer it a little higher, but it's still nice because, like, a lot of those players with poor contact play well on all-star, even though you're really only looking for power, so it's kind of tough. But anyways, I would appreciate like a better game mode for that, right? So, like, a lot of people will say, okay, World Series at 900. I mean, but what are the top players going to play? But that's the thing, is we shouldn't focus on the top players, right? There's only 100 to 200 people, like, at the very top that are actually doing really well in Legend. And especially if you go watch some of their channels, you go take a look at Gunsky, they're all playing in very hitter-friendly parks. So, like, if you look at their stats, you're like, oh, yeah, I mean, these guys will hit really well if you lower the difficulty. But they're not going to be playing it. Like, one of my solutions, we'll talk about that in a second. You look at standings, current season. I mean, you look at these people that are putting up these numbers. It's still crazy. Guys are hitting between like 320 to 400. Even some of them are up to hitting at this level. Like, some of them, obviously, top 15, he's hitting 297, right? Like, I don't know if you'd call him the 15th best person in the world, but right now he's rated 15th in the World Series. And then you start to go down a little bit further. You start to get a 270s, 290s, 255, and these guys are rated over 1,000. So, like, the batting average really starts to drop quite a bit as you go further down. So, like, tuning the game to where, like, a couple hundred people that are really good at it, and that's how you tune the game, I think is awful for the audience, right? Because, like, if you look in the upper right, so there's 15 players on each page here, right? 15 players, 289 pages of them. You do the simple math, which, I can't do. Let's say there's over 3,000 in World Series, and then the Championship Series, a lot of more, like, since, the end of the season isn't for, like, 10 days or something, whatever it is, a lot of these guys will end up making it. A lot of them made it last season, so they'll end up making it again in a championship. So there's another 677 pages of this, which is, we'll say, like 10,000 people. Some people literally haven't played any games yet. Like, This person's played only 7. Oh, there's 7-4. There's other ones that, oh, yeah, these on page 26. Like a lot of these guys only have a few games played this season because maybe they've been focusing on other things. This guy's a World Series player in Division Series right now. So like overall, other players will end up making it there. So like there's tens of thousands of players that'll make World Series, and I've seen this a lot of times, right? They make it, the games end up being 1-0, who gets the most fluke. And so like I feel like if the game when you hit 900 is based off who can get the better fluke, I don't think that's a good game, right? Pitching duels where it's 1-0, 2-1 maybe, 2-0. Like, it's not soccer we're playing, right? And I think the game at that point becomes boring and unfun to play, and that's why I don't play on Legend. Sure, I could win some games on Legend. I can try and out-fluke somebody. I can, beat them different ways. I can get good at Legend, which is something I've really never tried to do, like, actually, like, get into Legend difficulty. Because I just find the game more fun when it's fun. And when I'm connecting with balls that I'm near and not like popping up a ball that's like, inside the minuscule PCI, but like I'm just on the poor side of good, right? So like, I feel like the solution that I think, and it makes the most sense to me, if you look at these guys at World Series, you look at their level, they're like, what, 12, 1300? So like, if you want to cater to like the top few hundred, like these guys have played, what, 93 and 90s at 1300, right? 62 and 7 at 1200. So these guys are playing a lot of games every season. So like if you start World Series, if you start Legend difficulty at rank 1100, then these guys will still be there, right? There's 100 guys there, and guys can push further. This guy's 40-0, crazy. Then like if you go Hall of Famer to there, then they'll eventually get to Legend difficulty once they're in the top of the top. So that way you don't take it away from them. But a lot of the other guys that are having these 200 batting averages that are down here in the middle of World Series, right, ranking around like 900, you see a lot of guys in low 900s because they just stop playing, right? A lot of guys just stop playing. Like this guy, he's at 939, last season at 929. I would imagine he's like me, he just stops playing, maybe plays a game, and then just doesn't play it anymore. This person, it looks like they keep playing, whatever. But you get what I'm saying? So like, allow us to play on Hall of Fame difficulty, because getting only 10 to 12 games on Hall of Fame difficulty before you're up, you win those games, you're up at Legend difficulty, like, wow, all right, now this game plays terribly, and it's who's going to fluke out, like who's going to guess where the sinker's ending up this time, or who's going to guess at a curveball or a slurve in the corner. Hopefully it's in the strike zone because pinpoint is so crazy. You can literally Greg Maddux with every single pitcher out there right now that you'd conceivably use in ranked seasons. You can use Aroldis Chapman and basically dot with him, which is wild because he should be wild, but he's not. So I really feel like that's the best solution, right? Like, except for nerfing sinkers, which I definitely think still should happen. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. That's my argument for maybe raising it, not necessarily getting rid of Legend difficulty in ranked seasons, because, like, here's the thing. MLB The Show is very unique. And the fact that it is one of the few games that difficulties change as you go up, as you change your level, right? Now, Madden has like all Madden game modes, but that's completely separate game modes that you have to click on, and they put that in later in the season. Like, that's something all Madden also plays terribly, but that's a different game. So like, it's very unique that this game does that as you go up, the changes, right? So like, not a lot of people want to play an all-star if you're top end schedule, and I like that they changed it this year, that we don't have to play an all-star as we starting out the year. But like, I wish they could, like, because like MLB has one of the better season structures, I feel like, better than Madden. I feel like they can just, take a look at it, and maybe, they haven't really touched it in a few years. I wish they could maybe look at it and tweak it a little bit, maybe get more feedback from people around the community, see what the outcry is, maybe put out a question, maybe put out a poll on their Twitter account and let people answer it and see what the overall consensus is. Because that's just like one Fox's opinion that I feel like maybe, because like at page like what, over 1,000, a lot of people like kind of stop. Some of them hit their skill ceilings or whatever. But like, there's another 260 pages of 289 pages of players that are below 1,000. And I feel like, maybe what ended up happening is people keep playing it, and then everybody hits 1,100 rating and stops playing. But at least we get more games per season to go from 700 to 1,100 than 700 to 900, which takes like 10 to 12 for guys that are really good and win all their games before like, okay, now I'm playing awful Legend. So anyways, that's the thought. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Yeah, please thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. Let me know why in the comments. But otherwise, take it easy.